Good morning, and welcome to Rich New Design. Welcome to Watch Me Work. For those of you tuning in afterwards, if you're expecting a lot of Premiere Pro work, a lot of just in-depth information or anything along those lines, I'm afraid you're going to be mistaken. This is one of those. I have been up all night and I have work to do, and I know there's no way I'm going to fit it in during the day tomorrow because there's too many things. I can probably fit in some naps, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to get some work done for LAPStick. LAPStick is live animation and puppetry. What I'm doing tonight is we've got a bunch of stuff that we recorded the other night. Jess and I that are going to be in the show. We have pre-recorded segments that go in between each of the improv segments that we do that we have going on. So those pre-recorded segments, they're there so that we can actually change into other characters, into other puppets, depending upon who it is that's in the next segment. Most of it is improv and live as puppets or animated characters. I utilize Adobe Character Animator for all of the live animation. We also use it for the work that we have. Jess uses it as well, but she doesn't do live with me. She ends up having to work during that time. But other people are using puppets on the show. It's different from everything else that you'll ever see. But that's what I'm going to be working on at an easy pace this morning. I thought about just making this a coffee with Wes, but because I'm not in a hurry. I've got half a dozen video clips I've got to pull together and then decide which ad from one of the previous shows I'm going to put with it, because we like to have a minute to a minute and a half in between each of the improv segments, so that we have time to easily get and have a drink of water or something, because it's doing those lives it takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot out of you. But so I'm going to be working in Premiere Pro today. I've got the recording. We actually utilized StreamYard to do the recording the other day, and then we just blue screen or green screen the characters out. That way we can both be there from two different computers, two different characters interacting and talking, but we don't record everything in Character Animator. We just record the live performances, and then I cut the characters out of this. And this is Jess and I had done I was Steve the alien and she just played Jess the mod, and this was what we did the other day. And this was part of our countdown sequence. We've got a 3-minute countdown, then we put our intro song after that. Then we have some sort of little comedy thing that might be an ad, might be some unique LAPStick plus fake ad for an upcoming movie is what I'm hoping to put in this week. And then an introduction to the segment, and that's what I'm going to be trying to cut out of here today, are the introductions to the segments, where I think we had the Wes and Jess characters. Let me right click on the. This is the downloaded new sequence from clip. This is just the downloaded file from what we ran the other day in StreamYard. So this is the hour and a half long, however. It's just over an hour. And this is where here we have Soda Pop and Popcorn doing some lines. I'm going to use them for the credits. And you can see in the recording, I was just working on one scene. We had two cameras in there, and I just put a blue behind there because it works better with a blue screen, and this one works better with a green screen. But I'll end up duplicating the clip, putting it up on top of itself, making one of them into the popcorn character, the other into the Soda Pop character, and then laying them on a background and all that other stuff, cropping out the other parts. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. Is we've got introductions to the Alien Report, the Karen Show, the Art of Floundering podcast, the Bud Zone, the wrap up, and then we have the credits. So I've got those 6 files that I've either got we had a problem with Jess's audio, so if it's too bad, I'm not going to end up using these. I'll end up recycling them from previous shows. which isn't a big deal because these are just again the pre-recorded segments that we use. But I've got this big file here, and this is where we were recording. Okay, let me get my earbuds in so I can hear all this, because now I want to go through and I want to see what we've got as far as, and hopefully I believe I have this set up so you will be able to hear as well. With StreamYard, you always have to make sure that you've got stuff set up properly. I actually use Voice Banana. If you're live streaming and you've got guests, but you also want to be able to put audio out and other stuff from your machine, and using OBS or something, and not wanting to have the go through the sharing that you have within StreamYard, you'll want to be able to route your audio in different places, and Voice Banana is a good place to use that. Now I should mention early on, because if people have come in here on the replay or something, and if you're looking for information on Premiere Pro, I mean, I can answer questions, but this is going to be just a my purpose kind of situation here. I'll say what I'm doing as I go through. But if you're looking to learn about Premiere Pro, Cinecom, Cinecom, look up that channel, cinecom.net. They're Belgium, I believe. They have great tutorials on Premiere Pro when it comes to doing different trick shots, different types of editing, different types of styles that you'll see in music videos and such. But they also have a second channel called Premiere Basics, which goes into using your lumetri to do your color grading, do your different adjustments that you have, all the different basic things when it comes to cutting clips, cropping clips, the most common used things. Cinecom.net. Cinecom has a channel. They are a great resource to start with. So as opposed to wasting your time watching this and watching me fumble through all this, unless you're interested in seeing what I'm doing, and I appreciate that. And give me that like and share or whatever. But otherwise, that would be the place to go. Now let me find where these characters come up and where I'm actually going to be. I think I'm going to end up having to listen to a whole bunch to see exactly when we do the recordings. Okay. See, I might need to do some audio leveling. Okay, I'm still prepping the character. Still prepping. This may be. I'm just testing out the character. Okay, I think I'm getting close. I know it's in this area. I'm gonna go ahead and just get ripple delete. I did a Control K to cut right there. I'm just reviewing this to see where the takes are, because these are the introducing the alien report and the other segments. So I'm listening. That might work. I don't know if I did a second take on this, so I'm gonna give that a listen, see if there's something. All right, that's the one I'm gonna use. That's the one I'm gonna use. It's the dumbest, so it is the one. Let me zoom on in here. This is gonna be the alien report. Okay. So by here is where we'll already have cut out. Let me cut it here. Get rid of everything that's on the end for now. These are non-destructive cuts. They're just to references. So you don't have to worry when you're cutting. Okay. Okay, let's see what this is. Okay, it's right there. That's the Hey Jess I want. Or maybe I'll have both of them. Okay, let me just get rid of everything before this for now. Right click, ripple delete, brings it back to the beginning of the timeline. I wanted to check something. Oh, it was my own notification. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? Let's see. See, I want to just start right there, because that's 2 seconds in, 21 seconds. This will be 19 seconds. It's a quick one. Let me bring this into here. Actually, I'm going to bring it out to here, because I want a little bit at the beginning. This is going to go after another clip. And so what I want to do is I want to have some sort of buffer between the other clip and this one, to be able to do an overlap, to be able to go across. Now the only problem is that she says yeah here at the beginning of this, and I want to have this blank. So let me ripple delete here. Bring us on back to the beginning, because I've got that extended out. I'm actually going to start here. So let me just go here, and what I want to do, I don't need to necessarily cut it. Cutting it would work, and then just, removing the audio from over here. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to actually use the pen tool here, and I'm going to make some points. Grab my arrows so I can grab that point on the volume. This is the volume level. And I'm just going to bring the beginning of this thing just way on down, so you're not going to hear her at all. It's down to infinity. Let's see how this sound's coming in now. Okay, so I didn't hear any abrupt change. It came up at a even level there, and that gives me almost a second. Here would be a second. It gives me a little bit of time for a wipe transition or some sort of transition if I want to use along those lines. So this file here. Now the other thing was going to be, I want to add some slap noises. Okay, let me go over to Envato. I use Envato elements for a lot of the other effects, background video, if I need green screen stuff, if I want to find some neat text effects to use in different things. A lot of those are available on Envato, and that's where I end up going for stuff. Slap. And I want this in sound effects. Let's see which one I'm going to use. I think this quick one here. That's a little heavy. Those are swooshy slaps. They have a swoosh noise along with them. I don't... That sounds too mechanical. That doesn't sound realistic. That's too long. That's too... I don't like the swoosh. I'm not liking any of these. And I don't know what that was. It's a belt slap. I think a belt slap might work. Slap wood paddle, face slap. No, that was vicious. I'm gonna go with the belt slap. Download. Add to download. It's downloading the file. Now I'm going to go to my downloads. Let me extract that file from the zip that it's in. And one of these is an MP3. I'm going to drag this MP3 into here. Now let's see exactly when does the slapping begin. Slap, slap. Slap. There's one. Now let me zoom in so I can see where this wave, and I'm gonna increase the size of these. I'm watching where I'm slapping. Slap. And there's a slap. Right here, I just hold the Alt key and drag that to make another copy of it. That made me laugh. Oh, who was it? Who was it that, I'm trying to think of who it was, if it was Ashinator or Sunshine that had suggested adding the slap noise. Okay, let's see when the next slap is. And there's another slap. So let me bring that back. And another slap there. Now probably on the second track, if I need it, I'll probably add slaps to sync up with Jessica's slaps that she's doing. But right now I'm just syncing them up with mine. I'm watching my arm. When it comes in, I hold down the Alt and I drag the little slap thing that I have here. Drag it on up. So you can see I'm adding these slaps. I'm in a bad position for that. You can't see over on that side well enough. Slap. And another. Boy, he's doing it a lot. He's doing it a lot. Let's see. And another. I just want to see how this is sounding here. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. Okay, slapping ass for the alien. Okay, so let me keep. I'm liking the way that's kind of work. So let me find the next one. There it is. And there's another. So I just keep. There's another. Because she'll be out of whack. We'll want to make sure that I've got Jess, that I've got them synced up to her as well. Because since we're both doing this. Hey, hey, you getting ready for your workout? I haven't been to bed. I have not been to bed. I am I'm hardcore today. Jess stayed up until almost 4 o'clock, so you know it was already, and there's just no way. There's no way I was gonna be able to get any work done during the day with the things I got to do with the kids and other stuff. So I'm taking care of some stuff here this morning, knocking some of these things out. These are ass slapping noises, because we're doing the alien report. I haven't synced them all up yet, but that's what I'm doing. I'm syncing up ass slap noises. His arm's out, and his arm is back in slap. Because this is an important part of everything here. And the arm goes out, and it's back. Let me zoom in again. Arm goes out, arm comes back. There we go. I just keep highlighting it, holding down the Alt, dragging a copy. That's all you got to do with a clip or stuff like that in Premiere is highlight it, hold down the Alt key while you click and drag off of it, and that creates a copy. Let me get this. Oh, I'm getting near the end. I can feel it. Oh look, there's nothing here. Right there. We almost have my ass slaps set up with the sound. There's another. Because it will go all the way through. It just keeps slapping ass. Oh, you're just now? You're just now getting those? Oh man, you're as bad as I am. I watched a bunch of. There was a great show last night. It was a great live. I watched a bunch of that. And bang, one more. And one more. Yep, there's another ass slap. And one more. Look at that. Look how I fit one more into it. That is just impressive. That's just what you want. Okay, now I need to cut this back. Now let's see how this sounds right now. Clearly I've got to adjust her audio. Okay, we got slapping ass for the alien report. Now that was a little loud. It was a little loud. So I'm gonna go over here to track 2, which is where all those are at, and I'm gonna bring this down. I'm gonna drop this way on down, like -8. -8. Let me go here so I can just. Now I'm not sure, is that me? I haven't done anything to the audio yet on the words, and I still have to fix that. Okay, it's because I'm up there that much. Because it should be down. Let me make sure. Okay, I'll just that'll get fixed once this track gets handled. I have to go through and raise her lines. I'll go ahead and I'll do that now since I've got to do that anyway. Let me unmute it. Okay, I want to raise that up. Grabbing my pen tool, creating my points that I want, and then grabbing my arrow, and I'm grabbing the 2 points, and I'm dragging that up. I'm gonna drag that up at least 7. Let's see where that takes us. Okay, hopefully the noise will be down when I'm gonna have to put a denoise on this. Okay, this is where I'll need more points to raise her. Grab that so I can grab each of these points. Pull that up. I'm only going to come up 7 point something. Okay, there we go. Alright, she's moaning. I don't have to do any other changes past that. I am going to that works. Now let me add onto track 1. I'm going to add a denoise and light denoise. Let me see if that cleaned up some of the noise. It did. It did. The noise that was coming in with her. Alright, that denoise just totally worked there. Now I want to add the vocal enhancer, and I'm going to put it on a low tone. Vocal enhancer, low tone. Let's see what that does. Boy, that almost put it right there. Let me out here on the mix, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a multiband compressor. I'm going to set that multiband compressor to broadcast compression, and I'm going to bring the gain down. I think I'm going to bring the gain down 3.5 dB, and let's see what that does. I'm watching this meter behind me as I'm doing this. You know that actually, let me watch it now because we don't have the slaps synced up for her, so I need to sync up those. But I did notice once I added this vocal enhancer, I'm gonna now it did bring our levels up to where they needed to be, but it's like it introduced the noise again. I'm gonna put the denoise. Actually, I'm going to duplicate the denoise. I'm going to run the another denoise after, and with slight denoise, it's like that introduced the noise before her. And I can fix that. I can get around that. I just don't want to have to edit those points, move those points right there so it doesn't get all that empty space. Hopefully, this just fixes it. But let me see. Okay, a lot of those were synced up, but not all of them. But this is a show that really doesn't matter. Let me put this multiband compressor. I'm going to bring this down to minus 4.5 dB. Just a little bit less than what it is because it's still a little harsh and loud. I think that's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna. If anybody wants to criticize that I don't have the slap sync, I'll say that well, Jess doesn't make as much noise. Her ass isn't as fat as mine, and that'll be my answer as to why that is the way it is. This may, well, no, this is just the first step. This has got the audio. This has got the audio fixed. Everything along those lines. Let me rename, well, let me nest this. I am going to nest this, which means put all the changes, move everything that I just did into another clip that this one will reference. Now I can add the, I don't have all these other things that then afterwards I'm having to do. So nested sequence 1, doesn't matter what I name it. Okay. Now, did that do anything to my audio track mixer? No, it kept all the audio track mixer. Let's see how this sounds. It's looking good on the meter. It's looking good on the meter. Okay, yeah, we're good there. So what I need to do now is I need to take both of them. I need to get rid of the green screen, get rid of the blue screen, move them where I want them, and put a background behind them so that they can move forward. Now to do that, I'm going to first drag this up one layer, and then I'm going to hold down the Alt on it and drag it up. So now you'll see I've got 2 copies of the video. It's just the 1 copy of the audio, but 2 of the video. The top one I will make into my character. That will be the West character, the rich new design character, whatever you want to call it. Let me come over to my effects window. Now the first thing I'm going to need is a crop. I want to crop out, get rid of the right half. Let me turn off Jessica's layer so that you can see now. Now the crop has a left, top, right, and a bottom. I want the right. I want to get rid of half of the right. I'm going to go 51% on the right. And that's all I needed to do right there. So now I've got him and I've got green screen. Let me go down here and let me add to hers. I'm going to add the crop, and hers, I want the left to be 51%. And so now I can turn mine off, and you see that's just her. I can turn mine off. So we've got these 2. The next effect I need is the Ultra key to get rid of the blue and the green. I add the Ultra key effect to this one up here. I grab the eyedropper, and boom. Did I just lose my pants, or are my pants, what color are my pants? Oh, they're black anyway. Okay, so that worked. That worked. And now I need to add the Ultra key to the other one and come down and grab the eyedropper and grab the blue. So now we've got our 2 characters put side by side. Now I'm going to put them against, I think, the background that I like using for these. The background that I like using is is similar to what I'm on here. This LAPStick behind the scenes background, just the LAPStick show background is what I'm going to use. So let me find that in my folders here with my assets. Where is it? Is it in thumbnails? Would it be in thumbnails? LAPStick background, LAPStick recording back. None of those. Those aren't the ones. Tell me I can find it in images. Did I copy it over here? See, this is when I just bother myself because I haven't bothered to copy it. I've got to go back to my other drive. Bear with me. Bear with me. I mean, there were no promises on this. You all knew what this was. Guitar Zero, assets. StreamYard backgrounds. Is this where it's at? LAPStick back. Let's see if this is what I'm looking for. This looks like it's what I'm looking for. Now I want to switch them around. I'm going to move my character over where she is, and I'm going to move her over here. Nope. Well, for this one, this might work because I don't think I looked at her. I'm going to move her down so she's on the bottom. I'm going to move mine down so I'm on the bottom. Now, what do we notice about this? What I notice is the pants don't show up, and the background is so dark that there isn't a good difference between them. I'm going to let me go to that background and let me go to Lumetri and let me see what I can do. No, that's terrible. Oh, that's terrible. Let me reset that. But now let me go to my effects controls, and here's my Lumetri color effect that I have. And I only want this effect to take place down on the bottom. So I'm going to create a mask here, and I'm going to grab that corner and I'm going to put it way over there, and I'm going to grab this corner and I'm going to put it straight over here. Make sure that this is only affecting down there. What I'm doing is I'm defining the area that I want the color, I want the Lumetri effect to take place in. So it'll only affect this area here. Let me go back over to that Lumetri. And now you can see it's only affecting the background that they're against. It's not affecting the top of it. Exposure. What if I turn the highlights way up? What if I turn the whites way up? What if I turned all these way up? Just everything. They kind of almost stand out there. That gives it. I kind of like that. Now I can see the characters really good. The characters are standing out well enough, so that kind of works. Let me come back and I don't have that run all the way out to the end. Now the drawback with this is it's only 20 seconds long, but it'll still do the trick. It'll do the trick. Let me look at it. That's gonna work. I think that's totally gonna work. But I know that in future ones I end up looking back towards her, and so that is not gonna end up working with me having them in the positions they're in now. So I'm gonna swap back the positions here. Let me move him back over here, right about there, and let me move her back over to the other side, kind of balanced. And I noticed she was not all the way down on the bottom, and I want them kind of standing on the bottom. Now another thing, since I've got that light back there and it's real light, why don't I add, let me come back to my effects window, I'm going to add a drop shadow. and pop a drop shadow on him. And let me come down here and work this drop shadow. Let me make it a little bit bigger so it stands out a little bit more. I'm going to make it darker because it's only 50% right now. Let's go to 100. Now I'll go to 79%. I'm going to put it 20 away, or even further. It could go even further. I'm going to make it real prominent. I'm going to make the distance 42 because the answer should always be 42. And I will copy this drop shadow. I will come down here to Jessica's and I will add the drop shadow. Now, let me rewind and let me see what we're looking at. All right, and this, now I'm going to reveal the sequence in the project. I want to rename this sequence to temp, because this is a temporary. This has to be put with another file. I'm going to call this temp 2 underscore alien report. This is where it's going to the alien report. Now, when I compile these in the end, I want these all to already be MP4s that I put together and then do. It's just easier to work that way. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to export this. I'm going to export this to the temp out directory, which is what I end up using. It's going to do that, but I also want, it's on, I want to make sure it's on adaptive high bitrate. I want to say render at maximum depth, all that other good stuff. And in general, I want to have import into project, because again, this temporary file, I'm going to make it into a movie file, and I want to import into the project, so then I just pull it in with the other movie files that I'm putting together, and I don't have all these layers. It's just one layer that is already in good shape. So let me export this. This should be pretty quick. And there we have one done. Let me this is the actual one it exported. Let's see how that let me go home all the way to the beginning, make sure that it's good. I just like this one. All right, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. Okay, so next, what I want to do is I want to take this same. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go into that nested sequence. The nested sequence was just the audio. So I will need to because I want to do this with each one of them, but it's got to be across the whole thing. It's all right. It'll all work. Let's go back up to our raw recording. New sequence from clip. And we're going to find the next one. Where do we do the slapping ass? Okay, it's coming up here. Okay, I'm going to hit Control K here to just go ahead and ripple delete, get rid of the stuff in the front because I know I don't need that. And let me find where this is at. Where's the one I used? Okay, I think this is the next one, but let me... Okay, that was the slapping ass. Adding the noises in post. I'm just finding where the next one is. Well, we're going with it. That is the standard answer that, yeah, I don't think we're going to get better. And I don't like to do 2 takes. So we're going to go with that. And I think it started somewhere. Okay, right there. I kind of like the Hey West better. But we did not record that. So I am going to Control K here. Ripple delete at the beginning. Get rid of all that. So now we've got 34 seconds. And now, just like the last one, I need to go through and I need to manually raise her levels. Because these... the levels, you can see where she's talking. You can see at the beginning. Well, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you can see the difference in ours. Now I want to end up grabbing the same track, all the other things, but I'll do that afterwards. Let me grab my pen and just let me put points in here. Point, 2 of them around there, 2 of them here, 2 of them here. She talks again here, I think. So 2 of them here, and then I think 2 of them here. Let's see, because these are the areas I'm going to raise up the level of. Okay, so those are the only sections I need to adjust. Let me grab my arrow so I can then grab the 2 inner points around, or no, this one is the outer point because it's just the beginning. I'm going to raise her up 8.2 decibels there. Do you see how much noise there was on that? Okay, so now we'll get rid of the noise in a bit. We'll get rid of the noise in a bit. 8.2. Bring her up 8.2 on each. Now just to kind of, oh, what did I do there? I only want to grab these two. Let me grab these two and slide them straight over so it's not too much of the, because it's increasing the noise that's on the track when I'm increasing here. So I'll go to here with this, and I'll do the same with this at the beginning, bringing it closer to when I actually talk. And let me do that here and here, and bring this up the 8.2. And now I know there'll be noise in it, but I'm going to get rid of the noise after I add the Okay, so there is that. I want to go ahead and nest this sequence. And now I want to come here and I want to go to my track mixer. I'm going to add the same thing I did last time. I'm going to add a noise reduction to get rid of a good portion of the noise. Light noise reduction. Then I'm adding the vocal enhancer, and I'm going to add it with a low tone. Make sure it sets to low, yes. And then, because that vocal enhancer seems to be adding more noise back into it, I'm going to do a denoise again after the vocal enhancer. And then I'm coming over to the mix, because I may add something else to it here. But I'm going to have a multiband compressor set to the broadcast level, and I believe I went to minus 4.5 dB on the gain. And let's see if that pans out as it did on the last one. Drunken Chef BBQ, peace and love, peace and love. I like the levels that are showing up here on the levels on the audio. Now I heard something at the beginning. Right there. Let me go to the nested one. Let me increase this because did it, yes. This is where it's introducing more noise. So I'm coming over with this. I'm coming over with this. I'm bringing this here. All right, now let me see if that got rid of that little hiss. Oh, we got a whole bunch hiss anyway there, right? Okay, this works good enough. This works good enough. All right, so now let me come back over to that last one that I just did. I'm going to go here to the top. I am going to copy the crop, the Ultra key. Oh, I've got to hold down the control. Ultra key and the drop shadow. Copy that. Oh, whoa, I should have done this. Sorry. Alt. I got to hold down Alt. Move that up. Grab both of them. Move them both up. Now, go to this top one over here to the effects controls and paste those in. So now you can see, if I turn her off, you can see I've got him and he has a drop shadow. That's over top of, she's got it on there as well. I've got to now grab it for the layer, her layer, grab the crop, the Ultra key, and the drop shadow for hers. Come back over here, paste that. That is looking good. We've got the two of them. Now I've got to bring them both down on the screen, but I'll do that in a second. Come back over here. I want to grab, just Control C for that whole thing. I'm going to come out here, paste it, drag it on in, make it the right length. Now, let me bring him down. And let's bring her down. And now let's watch it. All right, so this one, I want to look one more time here at the meter because I just want to make sure the sound is how I want it. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So let me name this one like I named the other one. I reveal the sequence in the project. It's right here. I'm going to call this one temp. Again, it's temporary. It's the one that goes to Karen. So we had two alien report that we did before. Now we've got the introduction to the Karen report. This is using the same as temp, the custom one that was used for that. It's going to import it. I'm going to go ahead and click export because this one is ready to go. And so these I'm going to end up tying to other videos that go right before them, a minute long or so. These are the videos that go between our segments for us to be able to change into other puppets, into other cartoon characters, into other things along those lines. That's what the purpose of these serves. That's the serving purpose. Oh, I tell you, I don't get enough sleep. I'm probably going to have to make coffee here in a minute too. But so that's two of them. So now I need one for the Art of Floundering podcast, one for the Bud Zone, and one for the wrap up of these. 3 more of these. I've got 2 down, 3 more to make. We'll go straight back to where we started last time. We grab that whole recording, pull it on out. Let's see where they are at. Slapping ass. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just Control K just to get rid of stuff I know I'm not going to need. Get rid of that at the beginning. Okay, this is the one we just did. This is the one we just did. So let me get past it. This is the end of the one we just did. And so now I have to find the next one. And again, this is something we recorded the other night using StreamYard, and I just downloaded the whole video so I could. Let me find where this is at. Okay, where are we recording? Just trying to skip ahead. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off again. Still looking for that ultimate piece. All right. Her hell yeah at the end. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep that. Let me zoom on in, and I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut right about here. Get rid of everything off at the end. Now where did this begin? Here is where it's beginning. I'll want to keep as much in front of it as I can to use as the layer between it. Let me ripple delete that in the front. Okay, so how long is this? 23 seconds. I wish these were a little longer, but I'm gonna go with this anyway. I'm gonna go with this anyway. Not sure what that noise is I'm hearing out there. Everybody enjoy yourself for a moment. I'm gonna walk over here. I'll just do this. That'll play a couple times for you. I thought I heard something. But it wasn't anything. Okay, I still have to fix the audio on this one. You're still at it? That does not sound good. You know, that is unhealthy. That's got to be unhealthy. You just don't sleep enough to be working out the way you do, man. You know, that's why I get bad sleep, and that's why I just allow myself to be a just tub of friggin' goo. Because I don't care. You know, you get to that age where you don't care. And I'm telling you, I've reached that age where I don't care anymore. It is one of those. Best thing I've had was the slapping ass thing all night. Okay, this is another one. I now have to raise her levels again. Let me, because her mic, and this is something I should have done, and this is my fault. And it's a good idea. Go out when you go to start one of your streams. Go out and watch an actual music video. Go to YouTube and go to a video that's got an ad at the beginning. All those things are going to be at broadcast level. All those things are going to be up where you need to be, where StreamYard normally will make sure and put you if you're too quiet. So you want to go out and listen to that, and then listen to your guest. Set your volume on that, so your volume on your headphones or whatever, so that you know what broadcast level is. And then when they come in, you'll know if they're way too quiet. You'll know to. I didn't do it beforehand with her, so it's my fault that I'm having to go through and do these extra moves here at the end. I wonder if I were to denoise and then let me try something. I'm gonna try something. Well, no, I'll try it later. Let me go ahead and just make these marks, because I'm just going to be raising her responses to me. Those there. Those there. I did just make two, right? And at the end, right here, where she says, "Oh yeah," when we talk about it's best with a buzz. Okay, so I've got all the points for my volume timeline here. I want to bring her up to, let's go 5.2 dB. That might not be enough, but we will see afterwards. Here's 5.5. Let's go 5.8. I think that's where I was at. 5.5. Yeah, whatever. Let me grab this last one, raise it up to the 5 something, 5.8. Now let me listen to it. Now there'll be noise because I haven't gotten rid of that. Okay, let me come here to the track mixer. Let me once again add my noise reduction, denoise. Set it to light noise reduction. Let me come over here. Let me go to vocal enhancer, because we want to put a vocal enhancer in. Let me put it to a low tone. And let me come over here and add the multiband compressor and set it to broadcast level, and bring this over here down to minus 4.5 dB. Good morning, Wellness with Frugal Mama. Good morning. Hope you are having yourself a wonderful morning. Gonna get yourself going, get yourself moving. I don't know. I haven't slept yet. I'm one of these idiots that does things real late and everything, and I know that my children will not allow me to get any of this done during the day, so I just have to try to do this tonight. It's the only way to get it done. But these are pieces for our LAPStick program. The one, it's listed right over here. Live animation. These are little segments that go in between, and this is my wife and I doing the work here along. Let's see how this sounds and make sure it hasn't gone too much. Okay, that's coming up to broadcast level. You want it in that yellow. You want it in the yellow. Hell yeah. What was the purpose of that? Okay, so we have that done. I'm going to nest this sequence because I want to duplicate it and add a number of effects to it like we did on the others. So let me grab this because I've got to separate those two characters. Drag it up, hold down the Alt key, and drag to make a second copy of it. I will turn off the second copy. Come back over here. On the top one, I'm going to go ahead and grab the crop, the Ultra key, and the drop shadow that I used. I will come back over here and put them onto this. So you can see that's just me now. Let me turn on her layer. You can see I'm still there. I'll turn that off. Come back over and I want to grab those same three from the one that I used before for her. So I'm not having to redo these every time. Control C. Come back over here. Control V. Turn them back on. Let me go to this other one and I want to grab this background that I used. Throw it at the beginning. Make sure that it is cut back to right size. And two things left. Bring my character down to the bottom of the screen and bring her character down to the bottom of the screen. And now I think I can run it and test it. And this may be number 3 done. Let's go. All right, and that's done. Well, I mean, it will be done. It's on auto repeat. That one is good to go. I revealed the sequence in the project so I can rename it. The name that I want to give it, like the others, temp. It's TMP. I'm going to be putting this together with another one. 2. It's the introduction to Art of Floundering. So it has renamed that. Now I want to export it into an MP4 and import that MP4 into the project. So it's all set up and ready to go to the temp output. Click on that export. And that is number 3 of 5. I need 2 more of these Wes and Jess videos. One for the Bud Zone and one for the wrap-up. We have the other 3 done, the Alien Report, the Karen Show, and the Art of Floundering podcast that I just did. So I'll get these put together, and we are ready to find the next one. Right-click, new sequence from clip. These are moving along. Now, something I haven't done, and I'm thinking I'm an idiot for it, I haven't clicked save. I don't know if I bothered to hit save the entire... I've been going for an hour and 15 minutes. I don't know if I bothered to click save at all. So that's shameful. I just want to point out, I feel shame now for not clicking save. I'm going to do it now, and I got lucky because I didn't have any problems. But always click save. Okay, I'm dragging out to see... Let's see. Why am I not hearing anything? Okay, I'm trying to find where one of them's at. Okay, this is where I need to be, the Bud Zone. Let me hit Control K, and I will ripple delete to just get rid of the beginning here. And I want to find where the take actually is. And so I'm thinking it's here. I think that's probably the only take we made. That was the only take. Let me zoom in. Okay, and right here is where I'll cut to give myself a little extra. But before did I ruin that? Get rid of everything on the end. And where did that start? Okay, so right about, I go right here. Get rid of all that in the beginning with the old ripple delete. Oh, how long is this? This is 51 seconds. This may be longer than I want it to be for the show, but I'm going to do it anyway and just have something short on the other side, a 15-second thing or something like that. So, because I don't like to go beyond the minute and a half, because the file size will end up being too large to fit on here sometimes, and so I worry about that. The next thing I have to do, as I did with the others, is turn Jessica's volume up on hers, because I did not take care of what was needed. It's not bad. It's not bad, but I am going to raise it up some. So I take my pen tool and I make marks on the volume track here. Then I grab my arrow and grab these center two marks, holding down the shift to select them both. I think I'm only going to raise this 4.3. Let's see how this sounds. Okay, that wasn't bad. I'm going to grab the pen tool again and grab these next lines that she has and grab the arrow once again so I can grab these center 2 points of the 4. I've got 2 outer ones that are anchors, so everything else remains the same. I grab the 2 center ones and adjust those, and that way it's all nice. 4.3. Let's see how this sounds. That's not loud enough. Let me, now there is going to be noise because I haven't done the noise yet. 7.1, and I'm going to select these two and I'm going to take it up to the 7.1 level. Let's try this. Okay, here she's talking again, and so I'm going to want to raise this as well. Let me slide. Okay, right here is where I will raise the level up. Let me grab the pen. 2 dots on this side. 2 dots on this side. Grab my arrow so I can grab the 2 inner dots with the shift key. Now this one looks like she was talking a little bit louder. I'm going to go to 5 dB up with that one. Let's see what that does. I don't know if that was loud enough. I'm gonna bring it up to the 7.1 or 7.5 that the other was. I think the rest of this is me talking. So it may actually. Is this her? There you go. She says, there you go. Let me zoom in here to get that. Grab the points. 2 on this side. 2 on this side. You know, it's cool. This is the 4th of 5 that I need to. So I think the other one, the Soda Pop character, I had fixed her volume by then, so I don't think it's as big a problem. Okay, so those changes have been made. I am going to nest this. Yes, I'm going to come up here to my audio track mixer. I'm going to add those same things that I've had on the others. I'm going to do a denoise. Double click on that. Set it to light noise reduction. I'm going to come over here and add the vocal enhancer. Pardon me. Vocal enhancer, and I'm going to set this to low tone because that's what I want to use. And then I'm going to come over here to the final mix, and I'm going to add a multi-band compressor set to broadcast level and minus. I'm going to go with -4 because this one I don't think was as harsh as the last. But we shall see what that did with the audio. That actually is working. Okay, I'm a little loud here. I am going to go with the -4.5 instead of the 4. 4.5 is what the others were. Let me, because I'm just a little bit loud there. Alright, so the audio is set. So just like the last one, I've got to take this. I want to bring it up to the next track. I want to hit the Alt key and then click on it again to drag and create a second copy of it. Let me turn off the first copy, go to the second copy, go to this first one. I'm going to do what I did before. Grab the crop, grab the Ultra key, and grab the drop shadow off of the first layer. Come back over here and paste it onto that layer. Go ahead and get this second layer put in place. Grab those same 3 off of the second layer, crop, Ultra key, and drop shadow that I used. Come back over here to the second layer, paste those on. So now both those layers are in place. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring them down to the bottom, which is one of the steps I have to do. But I am going to come back over here, grab this layer, Control C, over here, go to the beginning, Control V, Control V. Oh, what did I do? Oh, that's where it is. It did show up. And now let's I'm gonna watch it and see if this is ready to be exported. Jess is a little bit up in the air. I want to bring her down just a tad bit more so her feet are Yep, there we go. All right, that seemed to work. That seemed to work. Let me right click on this, reveal sequence in project, come over here to it and name it like the others, TMP underscore TO underscore. This one goes to the bud zone. This is the temporary to the bud zone. That's how I'm naming these. And again, each of these is going to be paired up with some other, either an ad promoting one of the channels or promoting some of the shirts or something along those lines. So each of these are going to be put with that. I'm exporting these right now as MP4s so it doesn't have to deal with all these layers and stuff when I go to move forward from it. So we've got temp to the bud zone. Let me come over here to export. It's set up properly using the same settings that we had last time. It's importing it into the project. Let us click the export. And this will take a little bit longer than the others, but not much, because this one is almost a minute long. This one is 120 something meg in size, which will work on StreamYard. What you have to do is you have to make sure that whatever you're doing is going to be under 200 megabytes, because that's the maximum of the videos that you can put on StreamYard. So if I end up adding another 30-second clip to this and put the two of them together and have that on there, that could end up being 200 and something megabytes in size. I would then lower the quality. And very indiscernible. I mean, there's a lot of other you can use. I'm using maximum everything with this, but just going to a medium bit rate from a high bit rate could drop it down. When we pull the little terpene videos on the show, those are 400. Those are almost half a gig in size, but by using a different quality, a different setting, a low adaptive bit rate, I'm able to get those down under the 200 to the 100, and we can still use them with LAPStick. That's one of the things, is just knowing what technology is available for you and what you have to do to be able to achieve what you need to do. And with what we've got going on, it is a little bit different. It truly is a little bit different. Okay, so I did this, and now we have. This is the Bud Zone MP4. All right, so there's only one more of these to make, and then I've got one that's going to be popcorn and soda pop that I'll be making. So to make the last one to the wrap up, let me do what I've done each time. Go up to that full video, say new sequence from clip. Come in here. Where are we at? Okay, Bud Zone, we just did. This was where we just finished. And so I'm making my way to the beginning of the wrap-up. I think we did this again. I think that might have worked. All right, Let's see if this is the one. All right, no jokes in it, but all it's got to be is an introduction to the next scene. So let me Control K and get this part off the end. Come back to where I think it starts. Oh. Okay, so right there. Control K. Right click on this and choose Ripple Delete, and we're looking at 30, 35, 34 seconds, almost 35 seconds. I've got to raise her levels. Okay. This might work. All right. All right, it's time to do the same thing I've done each time. Let's go to the beginning of this. Let me increase the size of this audio track so I can set her levels. All right, I'm going to grab the pen and I'm going to make 2 dots on the right hand side, 2 dots on the left hand side. I'm going to grab my arrow, my pointer. I'm going to grab these 2 inside ones using the, oh, I hit Alt instead of Shift. Using the Shift key, raise them up to, I'm going to raise it up to 5.4. Let's see what this does. I'm still a little louder than her. And it's because of this wow that she's got at the beginning. I'm still going to come up to 6.5. I'll come up to 6.5. But at the beginning here, she gets kind of loud, but then it tapers off. All right, that'll work. I'm going to add the noise reduction in a minute and so forth, but yeah, that's good. I'm going to leave that as that. Let me go ahead and nest this because I'm going to end. I want to put it somewhere else so I don't screw up the things that I've done to it already. Now I'm going up to my track mixer. I'm going to add my denoise because you hear the noise when I raise her up there. Go ahead and do a light denoise. Now add the vocal enhancer as I have done on all the four others. I'm going to set it to the low tone because that seems to work for our dynamic here. And I'm going to come and add a multiband compressor to the mix in case I had anything else. Set to broadcast level and minus 4.5. Well, let me do this right. Minus 4.5 dB on the output gain, and let's see how the audio is with this. Much better. This is sounding okay. I'm going to take that thumbs up as meaning I got it right. Okay, that's got that. So just, oh, I don't know why I did that. Just like I've done before, I now have to add those effects to it. I drag this up to make space for the layer that's going to go behind them. I click on this one. I'm going to hold the Alt key down and drag it up to make a second copy of it. I'll turn off the one copy so I can see what I'm doing. Grab the top copy over here, and in the effects, I'm going to copy that crop, that Ultra key effect, and that drop shadow. Come back over to my top layer here. Paste them. Okay, I've got myself isolated. Let me turn the other layer on and go over to the last one that I'd done. Once again, copy the crop, copy the ultra. Oh, I've got to hold down the shift. The crop, or the control. Ultra key and the drop shadow. Control C. Come to my new one. Paste. So now both of them are isolated. Drag them down to where they're standing on the bottom. And then I want to come back over here, grab this whole background layer, paste it in. It's much longer. The last one was almost twice as long as this. And now I think, let me watch it from the start and see if this is correct. Okay. Yes, and I've got that extra at the end because, like I say, these are going to be connected to another 15 to 30-second video, each of these 5, to fill up the minute and a half time or so that we want, the minute to a minute and a half, while we do LAPStick, so we can change into other puppets, into other characters. I have to change scenes, do all that stuff behind the curtains. So let me go to this one. Let me go to reveal it, and I've got to rename this, just like the others, TMP for temporary, underscore TO for 2. It's the introduction 2, and this one is the wrap up. And so if I look here, to the alien report, to Karen, to the art of floundering, to Bud Zone, and to the wrap up. These are all the introduction shots that I need. Let me export this one. I'm using the adaptive high set on the 1920 by 1080, putting it out, and I do have it set to import into the project for further use. Go ahead and hit export and let this thing do its trick, do its whatever you want to call it. That is awesome. So now I have all 5 of those that I need for the show. Now the next thing that we were considering doing, and I'm gonna hit save because, again, how long has it been? It's been almost 30 minutes since I saved before. I'm an absolute idiot when it comes to not saving. I really need to do better with that. Now there's one other that I want to grab, and that is the credits. I want to grab the credits scene because Jess and I recorded something with Popcorn and Soda Pop that we may want to put over top of the current credits. It may add some humor to it. But let's do new sequence from clip again. And let's see where Popcorn and Soda Pop, where they get large here. Okay, we're still working on him, getting him in position. Where's the credit? Okay, let's. I wanted to add them. We have real basic credits right now that actually just says thanks for watching and LAPStick, and it's got me as Steve the Alien voice, no characters. Just I did it with my voice and everything, and I know I played along with that, and I want to see if there's something where these two characters can be put on it. Again, these are all we had recorded using StreamYard and Character Animator. I went and connected with Character Animator, and then Jess did as the soda pop. So I was the popcorn. We go into Character Animator and just we did it live, and it saves the recording, so we were able to do the two character thing up here. But let me see if I can locate where we actually begin and do the credits. I think we do it a couple times. Okay, where is it? Okay, I should hear it in a second because I'm pretty sure I opened the file. Okay, I'm going to hit Control K just to get rid of the rest of this file for now. Because I'm still waiting to see exactly where the audio is on this. Oh, I don't think this is going to... Oh, this is stupid. Well, we'll see if it's what we need. We'll see if this is what... I may not end up using it. It may not be any good. But these characters, one thing about these two characters, we do have a movie parody trailer, a movie trailer parody that these two characters are going to be, and I still have to complete that. I have to, and that may be later today or tomorrow night or something. I want to have everything done by the end of the day on Saturday before I go over to Camp Gmail and start and do the jam session he has over there. But let's see how these characters do. Okay. I think this is where Control K. When I ripple delete again, we'll see what we got. Nah, this is no good. I'll see. Okay, if that is all of that, let me hit Control K here. Now I had a hard time understanding, and but it's again, it's the credits. Uh, so it doesn't matter that much. You know, I think I will put them in. I think I will put them in. There's the thanks for watching video, which I'll have to find. I'll have to find exactly where that is. But I think I will end up putting them into this. Let me do what I have done on the others. I'm going to nest this. I'm going to come up to my audio track mixer. I am going to add the denoise, light denoise. I am going to add a vocal enhancer, which could really screw things up, but we'll see. Vocal enhancer, and on this one I'm going to put the high tones. It's already set for high tones. Multiband compressor. When I put this thing on, I am going to turn this thing on down to -6 dB because I want to see how this turns out. Let's then raise this level up just like we did the others. I'm gonna make 2 of them. I'm gonna do the exact same thing because it's right and left. Let me come here to the top one, grab the crop, ultra key, and the drop shadow from the top one. Put it on there. That didn't seem to work. Is it because? Yes, it's because of that. There we go. Now when I turn that off, now I've got him. Let me come back and get Soda Pop. Grab the crop. See where we're using different. That's where the problem was, and I'll have to change it again here. Ultra key and drop shadow. Control C. I'll bring them onto the bottom there, and I've got to change the ultra key to this green. And now, where is the thanks for watching LAPStick that I want to use? I will find it. Bear with me, folkies. Bear with me. I am doing it. Here we go. Oh, the belt slap. I'm going to come up to my LAPStick 9, my credits. I'm going to pull this right here. I don't want the audio from it, so I'm going to unlink it and delete the audio and move that there. I'm going to change that. Hang on. Control Z. What I want to do, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Okay, let me try it again. Let me try this again. Okay, I want to bring this and I want to get those lined up. I should be able to see where the patterns are in the one. Oh, I can't see anything. Oh, because it's not showing me. I may need the background longer on the screen before they do it. Comes in right there. Let me go to this so I can see where it comes in. Or I can see how much time passes before it comes in. Comes in right here. Temp alien report. Okay. And that is at the 2 second and 2:16. 2:16. I am at 2:22 here. I want to go back to 2:16. I'm going to bring that there. I want to grab both of those and I want to drag those to there. And then I want to grab all these and bring them here. And then I want to delete this audio. Well, I'll just mute it. Let's see what we got now. Yeah, let me position them. I'm gonna end up using this. Let me position him on down. So he's on the ground. Move him over here a little bit. I'm gonna take the shake, position the shake on down on the ground. Move the shake over here a little bit. And I want to, on both of these, oh, it won't let me, it'll only let me do it on one at a time. Apply the default transition so they fade in. And I want it to fade out. Okay, this might work. Blue chicken. Okay, let's see what -3 does. And then I close the show while this is still running. This is the... All right, let's see how that sound goes now. I changed that from -6 to -3. Okay, that's brought it up some. I think this is going to work. Well, you got the... Hey, I hope the weekend means something. I hope the weekend's coming up. I hope that that means something. You know, you might have some time, unless you're stuck working during that too. These are going to be the new credits. This is going to be the new credits. I am totally happy with what just turned out there. I'm actually going to raise this to -2 instead of -3 because it's not so loud. I'm looking at the meter here again. Okay, I think that's going to do it. Oh, no, then that means nothing to you. Yeah, it could be worse. They're working at home and really having no schedule and getting like 3 or 4 hours a day and no pay. That's what's really all this stuff that I do with all this. Oh, jeez. Now I'm depressed. It was going to be a great Friday. I had all this running. It was like, oh, I got all that done. No, not now. Now I realize just how BS it all is. No, this is why it's a problem. Let me go back to the -3. It was not set to broadcast. That's the error. Now we will hear it loud. Yeah, I got to go more than that. I got to go more than -3. I got to go -5 on this. Because this is harsh. These are harsher voices. I'm going to go -6. I don't want it to be, because we're ending the show with this, and I don't want to come. We're pretty much at broadcast level when we're talking, but this is what comes up when we finish. So it's around the 6, -5. Okay, this is it. It's convoluted. It has a lot of excess noise that it doesn't need, but I'm okay with that. 5925. Let me go ahead and rename it. Reveal sequence in project. I want to rename this to credits _10. I'm going to call this credits _10 because it's the 10th episode. Let me come over here. Let me export this. Now this one I'm going to do different. This one I am going to make LAPStick 10 as a folder because this is not a temporary one. This one is going to go right there. It's going to go right there. I do not need to import this into the project because it doesn't have to be matched up with anything else. It's going to be 144 megabytes, which is, large enough. It'll still fit on StreamYard. Go ahead and export that. Stab. You are right. It's the only way I make people laugh. If I can make people laugh, I feel good. And it's what I need. It's really what I need. I need to do something to try to feel good. So that, I'm going to just double check the export, make sure it is all good. Come back over here to LAPStick 10 and let's see what we got. Here's what it compiled. They're just rambling. It's different. I like that he said it's different. Okay, all right, so there are the credits. I've got the credits done. I have all of the transitions for Alien Report, the Karen, Art of Floundering, Bud Zone, and Wrap Up. I've got all 5 of those. I've got the credits done. I need to match each of those with an ad or something to put in place. So I've got that still ahead of me, as well as I have to take that Soda Pop and Popcorn character, and I've got to work on the movie trailer that we're going to be doing, and that's going to be something else. That's going to be a whole nother animal, that movie trailer, because Popcorn and Soda Pop it's a takeoff. It's a broke snack mountain is what it is. I've got to put some cowboy hats, some boots, work gloves on the hands, just so they, have those in place and everything for when they're doing their lines. And we recorded the lines already, so I need to cut those out of here. And I've got a whole bunch of snowy mountain scene kind of things that I probably need to then go ahead and utilize those. But we'll see. We'll see what I do. Oh what lousy. Oh, Thursday. What did I have last? That was 14. Okay, that's not as bad. I thought it was worse. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Not as good as that one, but it's still fun. I'm looking at analytics. I'm just thinking out loud, looking at analytics. I am. I am gonna make myself a cup of coffee. I need to make myself a cup of coffee before I do any other work. I actually think I'm gonna call this one. I'm gonna call this one. It's 2 hours, and I need to take a break and maybe even take a nap because Jess has to work at 2:30 today. I want to get more of this done this morning and get everything finished up tonight. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and call this a show. I may be back on in an hour or two to continue on and get this done. But everybody, I appreciate everybody who has come in. Hope everybody does come over to LAPStick on Sunday, live animation and puppetry. There is a contest that they're having, the LAPStick show. It's in the description of the LAPStick video. You can be an animated character. You can be in one of our cartoons. The winner is and everything. But Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, LAPStick, live animation and puppetry. Please, if you like Adult Swim style cartoons and those kind of shows, this is something that will appeal to you. It's improv comedy. We do not have a plan when we get in there beyond we know what characters we're going to show up as, and we just bring it all. So please give that a shot. Tell your friends that have that kind of sense of humor. Let them know. And I appreciate everybody out there. Peace and love. Enjoy your Friday. Going into Saturday. The people all around the world, you got all sorts of things going on. So I hope everybody's doing well. I will see you all later on. Peace and love, everybody.